Now we will review the best albums from the best band on this planet, and this band still exists to this day. My favorite, all-time favorite band, Blues Traveler. Subscribe now, because I do sense in the future we will have additional Blues Traveler videos coming up on the Getty92 channel. And now let's start with all 14 Blues Traveler records ranked from my least favorites to my all-time favorites. Let's get this thing done. Hello there everybody, this is Getty92, or as maybe you are aware of, my name is Dean, and today we will review all 14 Blues Traveler albums, ranking from my least favorite ones to my favorite ones. And let's get right now started with number 14, coming in now. Stephen Thomas Erlewine of AllMusic described the album as pleasingly bizarre, a pandering time capsule bound to satisfy no one, stating that in some ways a record this monumentally odd is better than a good record. Well, Blow Up the Moon ended on number 14 because I wasn't satisfied at all with the sound in general. I mean, as just talking about the music that you can hear when you turn up your volume speakers there, it's an amazing record. It was mixed and mastered very well. One of the best records that Blues Traveler put out in the last 30 plus years, 35 years since the beginning, since they were actually beginning to record their music. It is a really well made album, but somehow it felt like this was an album which featured a lot of different artists, featuring John Popper. I couldn't hear Chan, I couldn't hear Ben clearly. Jesus Christ. But on the other hand, Blow Up the Moon offers 3 great songs, 1, 2, 3 great songs. First of all, Matador, which has the best harmonica solo on Blow Up the Moon in general there. The Darkness All We Need is the great second song from this record that you really listen to. And of course, number 3, as I recall, because I'm German, number 3, my favorite song on Blow Up the Moon is actually Castaway. Number 13. Suzie Cracks the Whip is constructed out of songs with pointed pop hooks, riffs and melodies that recall their mid-90s heyday, without explicitly rewriting Runaround. Oh, you idiot. Suzie Cracks the Whip. Oh, Jesus Christ. You have just read the review there that I was reading along with the guy that actually wrote that down on AllMusic. I don't agree with that at all. But Suzie Cracks the Whip featured a great B-side. Let's be honest, the B-side was way better than the A-side, and you should listen to Price for Giving on the B-side. It's an amazing song, and I really wish they would have done this as a real studio version there. Beside that, on Suzie Cracks the Whip, listen to Nobody Fall in Love with Me. Great drum pattern on that. Brandon is killing it on this one. And of course, Things Are Looking Up, that particular heavy rock song on Suzie Cracks the Whip. Coming in at number 12. Cover Yourself isn't so much a reinvention, despite the few times that the songs are turned inside out, including Runaround, which now sports an entirely different verse riff, or how Carolina Blues is now stripped down to a Delta Blues shuffle. As a respite, a way for Blues Traveler to take things easy and find the groove within. There's a charm in that. for both the band and longtime fellow travelers. But right now it feels like an amiable, scenic side road instead of a new direction for the band. Now Cover Yourself is an album that I rarely have listened at all since I know Blues Traveler. I mean, that album somehow sounded cool because it featured a lot of different versions of the classic material, but overall I don't think that this album in general is any suitable for me. But Cover Yourself has 3, 1, 2, 3 great versions of different songs from Blues Traveler on it that you should really listen to. First of all is NY Prophecy, you should listen to this one. Carolina Blues, it's a great Delta Blues sounding song, and Defense and Desire. These 1, 2, 3 things on Cover Yourself are just awesome. But beside that, sadly not an album for me. Coming in at number 11.
Tenderly she ran, and he bound me, lost to linger in her tenor box.
Cut for Cut. Hurry Up and Hang Around is tight and cozy, a showcase for a band with well-honed chops and a desire to reconnect to its roots. Certainly, the album is a far cry from Blow Up the Moon, the 2015 album that found Blues Traveler experimenting with every sound that they never tried. So it's a bit of a relief to find the group back on familiar ground, doing what it does best. Now, Hurry Up and Hang Around, the worst marketing that I've seen to this day, with the exception of Traveler's Blues. Hurry Up and Hang Around, I was really excited actually about Hurry Up and Hang Around when it was announced, because I was chatting with John over Twitter back in 2017, 2018 about that record. It's a really well made one, but it somehow sounds glued together. You know, somehow you listen to a song and you can hear that there was no flowing effect when the song was coming from the verse to the choruses. It somehow sounded like copy and paste music. And the whole album actually sounds a bit like copy and paste music, but She Becomes My Way, The Wolf is Bumping, and my favorite one, Tangle of Our Dreaming. These are great songs on Hurry Up and Hang Around. In general, great album, but somehow sounds glued together. Number 10. Now we're getting in the top 10s already. Number 10 from my favorite albums from Blues Traveler. Number 10 is... It's an album designed to win back fair weather fans, which only raises questions. Did the group ever have that many in the first place? And are they still around 12 years after Runaround? If they are, is it worth alienating the faithful with a perfectly pleasant, rather forgettable set of adult-oriented rock like this? The album that got me into Blues Traveler actually. I remember back in 2008 when that album just came out, I was 2-3 weeks before that listening to all the Blues Traveler stuff that has been put out so far to this day, back in 2008 of course, and I was really excited when a new album dropped and I couldn't wait to get my hands on this beautiful thing there. Great album in general. It somehow felt very mid-tone based in so many ways, but overall it's a great album. North Hollywood Shootout, the mature one of Blues Traveler. What could Blues Traveler actually do after their crazy 90s music stuff and their crazy 90s personality? The early 2000 personalities were crazy as well. I mean, just look at Howard Stern when John was there with the knife and all of that stuff. That was a crazy time. But in 2008, when North Hollywood Shootout came out, I mean, that's a mature record there. And you should definitely listen to The Beacons. It's a great song. Orange in the Sun. Very weird guitar by Chan actually on this one, but somehow lovely. And of course, How You Remember It. Great song. It sucks live. I've heard live versions of this, but it's a great song. Number 10, North Hollywood Shootout. Coming in at number 9, and this will get me in so much trouble. Blues Travelers lose jam structures on basic blues riffs, marked them as a band in the tradition of such predecessors as the Grateful Dead. Unlike that communal effort, however, this group has a distinct focal point in virtuoso harmonica player and vocalist John Popper, who keeps things from meandering too much. Coming in at number 9, it's their debut record, Blues Traveler. I mean, it's the starting point for this band when they were jamming for the first time together on A&M Records. I do really appreciate that album in general, but somehow I do sense that the songs in general sound very flat on the first record. I couldn't really love that album as much as I wish to do, and still to this day I rather prefer to hear live versions of the songs from the Blues Traveler debut album. But if you get your hands on this one, you should really check out Slow Change, Crystal Flame, and of course Gotta Get Mean. You know, these are weird suggestions to you guys, but Gotta Get Mean is a great song. So number 9 for me is their debut record, Blues Traveler. Coming in at number 8 of my all-time favorite Blues Traveler records. Maybe Blues Traveler didn't reinvent these songs, playing these familiar tunes fairly straight, but the guests keep Blues Traveler nimble and lend Traveler's Blues a bit of a welcome party vibe. Now number 8 is their latest record from 2021, Traveler's Blues. I'm a big blues fan. I mean, I started to listen to Blues Traveler because of the Blues Brothers, and before I discovered Blues Traveler I was listening constantly to the 30s and 40s classic blues music, and I was really hooked, and I was really excited when Blues Traveler actually announced that they would do a blues cover album, and that album sounds solid. As for my favorite songs on Traveler's Blues, I would say it's Funky Bitch, Ball and Chain, and Keep Your Light on Mama, which was the bonus song that they've published after the record was already out. But once again, their marketing sucked again at this point. It could have been done way better. So I would say number 8 for Traveler's Blues is a pretty good spot there. In general, great album. Not a big fan that Blues Traveler covers blues songs or in general songs. I really would have hoped that after Hurry Up and Hang Around, which was released in 2018, they would do an all-original album, because I do sense in some way the boys still have that fire in themselves. And I really wish that the next record, if they will ever do another record, because we can never be sure, I hope that the next record will be an in-house written Blues Traveler all-original album. Coming in at number 7.
When that fire in your belly ain't been shrinking.
Winding jams, upping the ante with tight songs and performances, a clean muscular production, and a lack of vocal histrionics from Popper. Melodically, they've rarely been stronger, and there's a sense of peace and maturity to the record that's appealing, especially since it's weighted with an undercurrent of loss and experience. This doesn't surface all that often, yet it's enough to provide the substantive center to one of the group's strongest records. Now number 7, the debut record of Blues Traveler 2.0 BT 2.0 Bridge. Great record so far. There's almost no bad song on this record. Outstanding progressive rock sounding drums on Bridge, especially on drums by Brandon Hill. He just mastered this awesome album here. I mean, just listen to Rage. Rage is a great song, and one of those songs that actually has always been there, or have always been there in some way, but you never listen to Rage in some way. Listen to this one again. Crazy drums on this one. You Reach Me. Great song as well. All Hands. I mean, All Hands as a live version, just an epic one. And You Lost Me There. It's a great song as well. You're Burning Me. Ah, Jesus Christ. And the closing song, Decision of the Skies. I mean, that's just awesome. And don't forget, it has Girl Inside My Head and Back in the Day on this record. So I would say Place number 7 for Bridge is a pretty fair spot there. Coming in at number 6. Lacking the rootsier edge of Safest Soul, 4 finds Blues Traveler retreating to their standard blues boogie formula with mixed results. Of course, there were some fine songs here, including their breakthrough hit single Runaround, but too often the band sounds like it's coasting. 4 is a solid record, but it shows signs that the band's formula may be wearing thin. Now, number 6 would be probably one of those albums that a lot of non-essential Blues Traveler guys would put on the first or second spot of an all-time favorite list. Number 6 for me is 4 by Blues Traveler. I mean, of course, it has Runaround and Hook, but these are not the outstanding songs on this record. You should really listen to Look Around, Just Wait, Brother John. I mean, that's just crazy harmonica and guitar jamming there. Price to Pay, Crashburn, Freedom. Not a big fan of Mountains Win Again, and that gets me again into trouble, but Mountains Win Again with Runaround and Hook are those kind of songs that have been already overplayed by me over the last years. So not a big fan of that, but I mean just Fallable, Freedom, Crashburn, Price to Pay. That is a great record there, and I would say number 6 is really fair to this one, because there are way better records than 4. Coming in at number 5, we are in the late 90s now. On the whole, Straight Until Morning is a tougher album than any of its predecessors, boasting a gritty sound and several full-on jams. But the key to the album is its length and its sprawling collection of songs, which Blues Traveler trying anything from country rock to jangling pop rock. Number 5, 1997, Straight Until Morning record. Great one, way better than 4 in general in terms of the sound, because this one, everybody, this is hard rock. In certain ways, more or less. It's basically blues rock, but somehow it tends to be hard rock music, because Justify the Fool, Business as Usual, Psycho Joe, Great Big World. Great Big World, you have to listen to Great Big World, that's song number 8 on Straight Until Morning. Crazy harmonica and guitar jam, back and forth, back and forth. It almost never stops, and it feels like an amazing song. And it has Make My Way on it, the closing song from Straight Until Morning. Great one in general. Last Night I Dreamed, weak one. Don't like this one at all. Battle of Someone, it's cool, it's a 6-minute song. It could have been strapped down to a 3-minute song. Yours is a great one. Canadian Rose, overplayed by me. Justify the Thrill. I do sense it's a great song, but somehow I never felt really attached to this one. And Felicia was actually the starting song for me at the end of last year when I rediscovered this record. Felicia, great bass line, just an amazing, amazing record. So it's fair to have this one on number 5. Coming in at number 4, and all Blues Travelers fans out there will now say, how can you say that this one is number 4? What makes it one of their best is how the band stretches from psychedelia to soulful pop and back toward their signature blues rock, writing sturdy songs all the while. It's strong on a song-by-song basis, particularly since each track is sonically distinct, but all the moods complement each other, resulting in an album that might not be the most representative Blues Traveler album, but is certainly the richest, most diverse album they've ever done, and quite arguably their best. Coming in at number 4, the last real jam record that Blues Traveler has done, 2005 Bastardos. Great, great song. Although the mix in general, if you listen to the whole album, it doesn't sound good in the terms of quality actually, because there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of mid-tone based music there. Doesn't sound that great, but If you listen closely to the whole record, Bastardos is a great one. And I mean, just the Children of the Night, the closing song, 6 minutes and 31 seconds long. If you listen to this one over your headphones, you will get a massive headache. Don't do that. I advise you, please don't listen to the Children of the Night over headphones. But in general, Money Back Guarantee, She and I, with the horn section there going on, and it's just an amazing record. You can't stop thinking about me. The starting song on Bastardos actually sounds like no Blues Traveler sound at all, and it gets you right into the mood that this actually is one of their greatest efforts in music that they've ever put out there. I'm in huge love of Bastardos because, okay, let's face it, Nefertiti, not a cool song. What could possibly go wrong? Week 1. But other than that, Can't Win True Love, Money Back Guarantee, After What, great song. Rubberneck, unusual song, but still cool in some way. That Witch Doesn't Kill You, it's a great song. She Isn't Mine, I mean, that's just a rip-off from Alone, I do assume, but it's a great, great one. You have to listen to this one. And now, everybody, we are in the top 3, 1, 2, 3, of the best Blues Traveler records of all time. To this day. Coming in at number 3.
Highlights was his face. They told him he was dead to disgrace. I stripped down like a fighting shot. A shot I stood before him.
Led by the guttural vocals, an incisive harmonica of imposing frontman John Popper, Save His Soul is a savory package that dresses obvious influences in a fresh suit of clothes. While 6 and 12 strings rule, the true inspiration here is Popper's delivery on harmonica and other wind instruments. Save His Soul. My third favorite record, actually. It's a great one. I mean, if you have to get the CD, really have to get the CD to fully enjoy Blues Traveler. Because that CD, the booklet in it, it's just awesome. There's no single bad song on this record. No single bad song. Love and Greed, Letter from a Friend, Tina Bang, of course. Believe Me, Go Outside and Drive These Fans and Desire. Whoops, Manhattan Butch. Oh, Jesus Christ, Manhattan Butch. I felt so much in love again with Manhattan Butch when the boys played that at the end of their latest tours. Just a great record. I mean, if you get your hands on this one, Fledgling. Great, great harmonica solo for about 2 or 3 minutes. Great song. Save His Soul, of course the title track, and Manhattan Bridge. You have to listen to this one. Number 3, Save His Soul. Coming in at number 2, a very unusual choice, at least for me. Blues Traveler fans might not say or agree with me, but here was number 2.
How promising the start of a letter being read until the captain broke in. Dying is my heart.
Which Blues Traveler's 2001 release was appropriate. It was definitely a stylistic return to form after the disappointing Straight Until Morning. But which also brought Blues Traveler back to the world after the death of bass player Bob Sheehan. Truth Be Told builds on that momentum, telescoping the veterans' combo sound, history and experience. Hey Johnny, I totally agree what you're saying there. But calling Straight Until Morning disappointing, that's insulting to all of us. This was really close to number 1 actually, because I got the Truth Be Told actually signing from that record on my chest because I'm in so much love of this one. 2003 was a great year for Blues Traveler. They put out this awesome record. It's just an amazing one. Thinnest of Air, This Ache, and my all-time favorite song, Mount Normal. Great, great, great album in general. No single bad song on this one, except Stumble and Fall. Feels a little bit weak, but other than that, great song. Number 2, Truth Be Told. And now, everybody, we are getting to the best Blues Traveler record of all time. Number 1.
Ivory tusk, smashing into thine to show thee fit to deal.
I have my moments. John Popper declares, and many of them are here, on an album that finds Blues Traveler stretching out much as they do on stage. Popper is a man with a lot on his mind, but when he reaches the best part, in his verbosity approaches a Walt Whitman-like exuberance, and guitarist Jan Kinchler is right with him, contributing sweet fills here, Pete Townshend-style strumming there. And as for the rhythm work of bass player Bobby Sheehan and drummer Brandon Hill, as Popper says, it's all in the groove. Travelers and Thieves. I mean, this was really close. But I thought about this on a serious note there, that Travelers and Thieves is the best album by Blues Traveler. The Tiding, Onslaught, Ivory Tusk, What's for Breakfast, I Have My Moments, Opta, of course. The best part, Sweet Pain, All in the Roof, Support Your Local Emperor, Bajiwa, Mountain Cry. Listen to Mountain Cry, Sweet Pain and Ivory Tusk. You will love this record. This is the best Blues Traveler record of all time. To this day, maybe they will decide to put out another record in the next 2 or 3 years, which will kick this one from number 1 down. But Travelers and Thieves, you really have to listen to Travelers and Thieves. It's a great record. The best one. Now everybody, I'm really looking forward to all of your comments. Please let me know if my list was right or dead wrong. And I hope to see you again on the next Blues Traveler video. And please let me know if you have anything special of what I should talk about regarding Blues Traveler. Please let me know. So thank you guys for watching. This might be a long video, but it was definitely worth it and long time overdue. My all-time favorite band, Blues Traveler. I really had to make this video for you guys. Thank you and have a great day or great night, and see you soon. Bye.